Hi everybody, it's Crystal. So welcome to my channel where we talk about crochet and yarn and whatnot. Yes, I am aware of the flaming inferno that is behind me right now. It really doesn't look like that in real life. It's just when I turn the camera on, it changes the aspect of the picture. And it makes it look like I have fire burning within my wall, and it's like Super Mario Brothers game, you know, like from the 80s, throwing fireballs. Anyways, it is what it is. This is my new Flaming Inferno fireplace, which I will swap out from time to time with other weird things, I'm certain. But today I'm going to be talking about yarn. If you are new to my channel, please do not forget that I do have, today is 11, what is it? 11. Today is 1/6/2020. 1/16/2024. I can't see though, it's too glary. I'm sorry. 1/16/2024. And I do have about 1,200 crochet tutorials. They were all free for you to enjoy. I put them on non-stop, constantly, almost on a daily basis. So hopefully you will, it's free to hit that subscribe button, hit that, and then enjoy. But today we're going to talk about yarn. We do like to talk about that as well. Okay, that blanket that you see there on the chair, yes, that is a dog. He's sleeping. That's my puppy George. He's a Morkie. But the blanket is actually a kit that was purchased at Mary Maxim, an Afghan kit. It's graph crochet. And then this is a store-bought sweater. The hat, I do have a tutorial for it. It is called my Stitch Sampler Beanie. Alright, let's begin. I'm going to show you some yarn from Ice Yarns, alright? If you're not familiar with Ice Yarns, they're in Turkey. They got a crap ton of yarn. It's extremely cheap. The shipping is expensive. It gets here in like 2 to 3 days from Turkey to Illinois. I'm going to be speaking in the U.S. I pay no customs. I pay no duties. That only happens if you spend over $800. I never spend over that much. I never spend that much on yarn. That's crazy. Wouldn't do that. And then, yeah, that's about it. Like I said though, the yarn isn't expensive. The shipping's outrageous, but they're giving you the real shipping price. They're not adding the cost of the yarn. They're not adding the shipping cost to the cost of the yarn and making their yarn more money so they can offer you free shipping. They're just doing it all together. But in the end, it is always less expensive to buy the yarn directly from Ice Yarns than it is from other places that sell Ice Yarns within, you know. Anyways, I'll tell you how much it is per ball, or I won't tell you that. I'll tell you, I'm going to show you, this is what I do with Ice Yarns orders because they're different, you know. They're different. A lot of people won't buy from Ice Yarns because of the shipping. Although I've said it many times that even if you pay that high shipping cost, it's still most of the time cheaper. But, you know, you buy where you want to buy from. So we're going to start off with one. And what I do is I show you the number. Alright? The number on the bag says, I'm going to try to read 63457. Now if you go to Ice Yarns and you type in that number, it's going to bring you exactly to this yarn that I'm getting ready to show you in exactly this color. And then if you scroll down, it'll show you all the other colors that it has available. Now it'll tell you how much they come in packs. You cannot buy it by the ball unless it's sold by the single ball. Otherwise you have to buy it by the pack. Sometimes they come in 2 packs, 4 packs, 6 packs, 10 or 8 packs. It just depends on the yarn. So what I'm going to do, what I always do with Ice Yarns is once I finish showing you all of it, I will I will count how many balls I got, and then I will take how much I paid for shipping, how much I paid for the yarn, and divide it by how many balls I got, and I'll give you an average price of how much it costs per ball. For me, it's usually around $1 to $3 per ball. It really just depends. I don't know how well I did this time. Let's hope I did good. All right, so this one is the number that if you type it in, this is called the Rosetta worsted. Now they do have this in 2-weight, I do believe, as well, but Bagoday can't use them thin yarns. This is the color green, although it is in many colors. Now I have had this before. It's a very beautiful yarn. Now I like to, you know, why do I smell yarns? Because some yarns stink. That's why I smell them. That's just the best way and the nicest way I can put it. Some yarns stink. And if they do, I like to tell you that. Some have chemical smells. Some have dye smells. Some have musty, stinky, nasty smells. Some have a factory smells. And some smell clean. Actually, the majority of them do. But some of them don't. And if they don't, I'm going to tell you. Now, ice yarns sometimes can have a factory smell. It's not an off-putting smell. It's just kind of like the smell of a working factory. It's hard to put it into words. But this one smells pretty clean this time. I think it just depends. You know, sometimes they smell like a factory a bit. Like I said, not off-putting. It's not nothing. See, I can just smell it. And I would know right away that that was from ice yarns from the smell. It's not off-putting. It's just the way it smells. They don't always smell like that, but when they do, it's nothing bad. So this is what the Rosetta looks like. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous yarn. Look at that. Pretty, pretty stuff. Pretty, pretty stuff. I'm going to give you the amount in meters because that is what it is in ice yarns and everywhere else except for the United States. So they don't have the yards on here. So I'm not going to give you a conversion rate. And as for our washing instructions, they don't give them, so I cannot give them to you, or I would. You could probably on their website they do, but on the label, you know, they don't have them. So the Rosetta worsted is a beautiful yarn, as you can see. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. It's 30% wool and 70 acrylic. It's a 100-gram ball, 200 meters. So, you know, I'm not going to do all the conversions, but just know that's about 10% more. That would be close to the amount of yardage for those of us, you know, that live in the States. So I would say that would be close to 220 yards. Okay. But 200 meters, and they're classifying this as a medium weight number 4. Well, let's check out their classification because sometimes they're good. Sometimes they're not. Let's check it out. Ooh, that's pretty tough. Now this being a roving style, as you can see, I'm gonna give it a 4. You guys give it what you want. That's why I hold it on my hand, because everybody sees weights differently. I might see it as a 4. Someone else might see it as 3. Someone else might see it as 5. Whatever you see it as, this is what it is. Isn't that pretty? Pretty. So since it's roving, it will probably go from thick to thin from time to time. This one seems pretty consistent though. As far as for a roving, it's looking pretty good, and it's feeling pretty good. Oh, that's gorgeous. It's like all the colors that are in it have brown running through it. Yes, and indeed brown is my favorite color, so of course I would love this. I'm starting to enjoy the smell of ice yarns for some reason. It smells pretty good. That's weird, isn't it? Bagoday's a weirdo, but you already all knew that. So I can tell by looking, this is going to be a short self-strapping yarn. Gorgeous nonetheless. It makes me actually want to make something with it. It's beautiful. Feels good. Not itchy. And scarfable. So pretty. Look at the colors in that one. Oh, stunning. So I did get that. And then I got it in another color. They have very pretty colors of this. I got it in this blue one. Some sometimes, you know, you ever order some yarn? I ordered this. I ordered it. It's been sitting here, you know, for a while. I haven't showed it to anybody. And then I might, cause, you know, I like to show and talk about yarn a lot. And now I'm looking at it all and I'm going, why did I order? You know, I could see why I ordered some of the colors I did, but some of the colors I'm like, why did I even order that color? That's not a color I would ever order. What was I thinking? You ever do that? You get it, you're like, well, what was I thinking? Oh well, I'll find something to do with it right now. This is pretty though. This is beautiful. So this is the same thing. I'm sorry, forgot to show you the number. So this is the same thing. The Rosetta worsted. This one's called green. Not certain. I guess it's got teal in it. Ooh, that's beautiful. So if you type in that number, that's going to bring you up to the exact color. And if you scroll down, they got some very, very pretty colors in this. Very pretty ones. This is the same as this multicolored one that I just showed you. Same specs and everything. But look, check out the colors in that. So we got blues. And we got purples, and we also got some teal green, teal blue, oh, and light blue too. It's kind of blues and purples and teals, I guess, tealy blues. Dig around. This is that kind of yarn you dig around. You don't really know what you're going to find. You hope it's going to be something good, but oh yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty stuff. That's a pretty color. I like that. I like it. I like the navy that's running through it. The navy blue. Navy blue is my favorite color, blue. Yeah. I don't know. My camera's funny. This is actually teal green, but here. But it looks teal blue. Doesn't matter. It's still beautiful. Nonetheless, and you wouldn't, if you enjoy these colors of teal and purple and blue, you would definitely enjoy this yarn. All right, so that's that. Now I'm going to move on to I'm sitting here going, move on. I'm going to move on to this right here. Okay, this is their Fantasia yarn. Now this yarn reminds me, here's the number. If you type it in, remember, it'll take you directly to this color and all the colors that they have available of it. This reminds me a lot of Lion Brand Scarfy, I think. I have had this before. Let's look at it. I don't know if I've had this, you know, the colors I'm getting ready to show you. I mean, one of them's like super bright and I have no idea why I bought it, but I don't know. At the time, I must have found it. Cool. Alright. Ooh. This says Fantasia. It doesn't give a color number. Yeah. I'm enjoying the smell of ice yarns. Ooh, that's pretty. So, if you look at it there, I love that red. It's like a rusty red. Going to that tan. Taupe or whatever it is, tan color. That's pretty. So you could see maybe how I would find it a little bit similar to Scarfy. Scarfy usually starts out with a solid color and then it mixes. Usually has two solid colors in it, and then they mix as they switch. That's, you know, that's similar to Scarfy. Also, it's a roving style like Scarfy is. Why don't we read the specs on it? So the Fantasia, they're classifying as a 4-weight, which is 190 meters. It's 25 wool, 75 premium acrylic. So pretty close to as far as fiber content to Scarfy. So, you know, over 200 yards, a little bit over 200 yards per ball. Now it comes in a 4-pack. So this again is a roving style. Similar. Oh, I got Scarfy right here. I got some Scarfy. I'm making something out of it. And they're similar. You see how the Scarfy, it has a solid two solids, and when they meet together. So these are, and this is the Fantasia is the same thing. I think they classify Scarfy as a 5 weight, and they're classifying this as a 4. Well, why I got one here, why don't we just check and see what their classifications are? I always found Scarfy to be a thin 5 weight. Okay. Oh, it's hard to hold them out. There we go. Scarfy's the blue. Fantasia's the red. They look to be the exact same weight to me. What do you think? I guess the Scarfy could be like a hair thicker. Probably not much. It could just be the spot I'm holding it in, because you know roving goes from thick to thin. That's just the nature of the good old roving yarn, you know. Thick to thin, thick to thin. But most of the time it'll level out to a weight that they say, yeah. I don't know. I'm calling them the same weight. I'm going to call them, I call Scarfy like thicker 4 or a thin bulky 5. I would call this the same. So whatever, 4 weight, thin bulky 5, whatever you want to call it. That's pretty. I do like this. I think it's very pretty. And like I said, it comes 4 to a pack. I like the color. See, I like this Fantasia stuff because it's very similar. It's like identical. This Scarfy. Let me see the fiber content in Scarfy since I got one up here. Oh, it's the exact same fiber content. Almost 25 wool. 75 acrylic. This one is 22 wool, 78 acrylic. My, what a coinky dink. Okay. And again, there are no washing instructions on these. They all say the exact same thing for washing instructions. That's what they all say. That is not like, I mean, every single yarn that iSharn has says that exact same thing. So you'd probably have to look on the site to see what the washing instructions are. So I got that pretty brown one. Anyways, like I said, I like to get this from Ice because I like Scarfy yarn a lot. I'm making something out of it right now. And then, but they have colors at Ice that they don't have in Scarfy. So it's cool. This is it again. Well, why don't we check out the color? This has a color. This one's called Red Maroon. Well, let's see if it's a Scarfy yarn color. Could be. I don't know. No, it's not. That's beautiful. It is what it says. It goes from, it's got red and then maroon, and then the two will mix like the Scarfy. That one's pretty. Got a low good red. That's beautiful yarn. Look at that. It's so pretty. I would never have thought to really put those two together. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I love it. So if you've ever used Scarfy yarn, you would like this yarn. It's identical. 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 Okay, so I don't know what the dealio was with me buying this one. This is never a color I would have chosen in a million years. Maybe it was accidental. But it's the same yarn, the Scarfy lookalike, Fantasia. Green shade. Well, I mean, look at it. Maybe I can take something to make with it. You guys can always help me. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, that's not a color I would have chosen. But hey, who knows? You know what it looks like? It looks like a Sprite can. I hate Sprite. I don't like Sprite at all. The thought of Sprite makes me want to throw up. You know why? Because when I was sick, when I was little, my mom always made me drink Sprite whenever my stomach hurt, and I always threw it up. And to this day, I cannot stand to even look at a can of Sprite. It makes me sick to my stomach. Isn't it weird how things in childhood can just ruin it for you your whole life? My mom wrote Sprite for me and 7-Up. I hate them both. And this yarn looks like them both. I'm not keeping the Sprite yarn / 7-Up yarn. It looks like those. A can of 7-Up or a can of Sprite. And like I said, those memories are not, I try to repress those. Unfortunately, I can't because my kids like Sprite. But anyways, we got this bright yellow, and then we got this green as the main two, and then they mix up. I'm putting that away. I'm putting this can of lemon lime soda away. Okay, there's that one. I can't keep it. It brings up too many bad childhood memories. All right. Oh, this one is a dead ringer for a lion brand color. Scarfy color. My favorite scarfy color. This one's called Black and Gold. Now you get it from Lion Brand. It's called Iron Umber. That one's my favorite. I love it. And now I have it in... Wait, no I don't. You know what? It's different. The Iron Umber is actually this color with a darker brown. It's not, maybe it's black. I don't know. Actually, I think it might be a darker brown. I have it here somewhere. I see it right now. It's a darker brown. It's not black. I'm looking at it through a tote, though. You guys can tell me in the comments. Is the Scarfy Iron Umber, is it black? Actually, this is different completely. Their Iron Umber is darker brown. This is just different completely. Bagoday don't even know what the heck she's talking about. Okay, so this is gold, and this is black. This is gorgeous. I love this one. I love it as much as I love the Iron Umber. That is very, very pretty yarn. That's a beautiful, beautiful. So you got your solid gold and your solid black, and together they mix up in here. And they'll go back out to solid and again and mix, and then go to solid and mix and go to solid. You know, that's just how Scarfy, or this Fantasia rolls with Lion Brand. So I got that. I'm sitting there saying it's a dead ringer for the other one, and I'm looking at the other one and I'm like, that's not even anything like it. What's wrong with you, Bagoday? What is your problem? Alright. I got one more of the Scarfy lookalikes to show you here. This one's the Fantasia again. I'm not certain why I bought the bright orange. I'm not a huge fan of bright orange. I don't know why I bought the yellow or green either, but hey. Let's look at it though, the color of it. So yeah, the orange is pretty bright on this one, but it actually looks pretty good with that gray that it's mixing with. I think that would make an something interesting. I don't know. I love orange, I do, but my least favorite color of orange is bright orange, and this is a pretty bright orange. But mixing it with that tan kind of tames it down a bit, I think. That's so pretty. Then it goes to bright orange again. That's some bright, bright orange, hurting my eyes type of orange. Huh. I don't know what I'll do. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. That, you know, that's a thinker. That one right there is a thinker. All right. Let's move on to a different yarn, shall we? Okay. Let's move on to a different yarn. I got multiples of the same yarns for some reason. Okay. This one is called Mystique. All right. Mystique. There's a number. You type that in. It'll bring you to this color. And then scroll down. You'll see all the colors that they have available. Mystique. Mystique. This comes in a 4-pack. Let me take a look at this one. See what we're talking about here. Okay, so again we got a roving style. Roving's my favorite style of yarn anyways, you know, so. I believe I've had this before, but I don't think I've ever used it. I've always given it away. Okay. Feels good. All these yarns feel good, you know. Scarfable yarn, you know. You can wear it against your skin. You don't need a sweater, or you don't need a t-shirt on your sweater or anything. It's scarfable. Okay. Let's read it. So the Mystique is 75 wool. I'm sorry, 75 acrylic, 25 wool, 100 grams, 116 meters, bulky, number 5 weight is what they're classifying this as. All right, so it seems like maybe like the fiber content's pretty similar to that last one I showed you, but they're saying this one's a bulky 5 roving, and yes, it is thicker than the last one, so I would agree with that. That's nice. And the color play is different, so why don't we take a look at how the colors are on this. So you can see the main color of it is green. You dig around though, you're going to find some other pretties. This looks like a kind of a variegated, maybe a long variegated, but still not striping. It could be a short striping yarn, but inside, you know, you see you got some blues and some purples, but they're still wrapped. And like they're all wrapped, all the color is wrapped in like a taupe color, but I think the main focus of this one is green. It doesn't give a color name. Let me pull out another ball, see if I can see any of the other colors that are in it. Green and blue and purple is pretty much what it is. I just can't tell out. I can't really tell how it's going to play out when it crochets. I'm thinking probably a little bit busy, but you know, it is what it is. It's pretty. Looks good. I like it. Smells good. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm like super attracted to the smell of ice yarns. I used to not like ice yarns. I like them a lot now. Major. I think they're nice. Let's move on. So I got some more of that yarn. Okay, this is the Mystique again. There's the color number. It doesn't give you a color name, but it's the same as I just showed you, that green. Ooh, that one's pretty. Yeah, this is more of a variegated type of yarn, but it's very pretty. I like the bulky 5. So this is the same as I just showed you. As you can see, it's got like a maroon or burgundy color, and then it's also got some like brick red in it, as well as some purple running through it, light blue and dark blue. I think blue though is the main focus of this one. So it seems to have a main focus color, and then little splotches of other color mixed around in it, you know, to give you a glorious, beautiful yarn, which is roving style, my favorite. Feels good. There's a bit of shine to it, actually. It's a hint of a shine. I like that one. Again, I think if you like scarfy yarn, this would probably be a yarn you like. Feels similar, scarfy, about the same content. Fiber content's a little thicker, although it is going to be a variegated yarn. And there are no solid pieces. It all has the mixed fiber in it. They all appear to have a blue mixed in with them, and then it's just different colors throughout. Like I said, there's purple, red, and like brick red, and light blue, dark blue. Pretty things, full pack. Okay, that's pretty. I like it. And I got two more colors of this one, and then we'll move on to another one. Some of these I know there's some I haven't had here before. My videos be way too long. It's always way too long. So this is a Mystique again. Very pretty, but again, it is kind of a busy yarn. I like it though. So this main focus on this one seems to be light blue. Then you got purple in there. You got even got some navy mixed in with that light blue. It's pretty. Huh. I'm just digging in it. So yeah, that one, very pretty. Mystique, huh? Mystique, what are you gonna be? Something pretty, I hope. Something pretty. And then I got one more color. This one is, there's no color. There's no color name. But again, it's a very busy one. Man, I don't know why I got all this busy yarn. I'm not a busy yarn type of person, but it's pretty still. That's busy. So this one's main focus, I think it's got red. I don't know what the main focus of this one is. It's got pinks and reds and purples and brick reds and bright reds and almost an orange red, and maybe its main focus is red. I don't know. Different colors of red. I don't know. It's pretty. Just busy. You just need just the right project for these, just the right stitch. I got some yarns that I like to use, or some stitches I like to use on those busy yarns like that. Okay, give me 1 second here and I'm going to show you some more. Alright, I'm back. Let's look at some more. Okay, so you guys have probably seen this, me use this many times on my channel. It's probably one of my favorite yarns that I sell. I've made lots of pretty projects out of it. It is their Picasso yarn. This is my favorite color that they have. It's the rainbow. Now they do have 3 different rainbows. I like the one that ends with the 6. 6, 4, 6, 2, 6. I do like the other ones as well, but this one is the one that you would see me use most often in my videos. So the Picasso is rarely in stock, but it's a very pretty yarn. And it comes in an 8-pack, and it's so soft. Now this is a blown type yarn, which means that there's like a hollow mesh tube, and then the fibers are blown into it. That's why some of them, that's why it looks so fuzzy, because blown yarns, sometimes a lot of the fibers will stick out of the mesh tube that it was blown through. So the Picasso yarn, oh, it's so soft and pretty. It's a very pretty yarn. This rainbow one is so pretty. It's 44 acrylic, 56 polyester, 115 meters, and they classify that as a medium weight number 4. I would say that it is a 4, but it being a blown yarn, and the fibers are blown through a mesh tube. Sometimes when you work with it, it can, when you put on that mesh tube, kind of like a chain spun yarn, it kind of stretches out, so it could be on the thinner side of a 4. Yeah, but it's still gorgeous and it's so pretty. But it does have some fuzz. If you don't like the fuzz, I never had no trouble with it. I use a lot. Some people have trouble working with it. Gosh, it's so soft, but I don't. So it comes in an 8-pack, and yeah, here's your 4 weight. But like I said, it being a blown yarn, it's gonna stretch, and I always consider it to be, when I'm working with it, kind of a lighter, on the lighter 4, but still very beautiful. So I did get enough of this because I've been wanting to make a baby blanket with it, right? And I waited forever because they have a white one. I was waiting for the white one to come in stock. Well, the white one never came in stock, so I bought the next best thing, or the closest thing that I can think of, off Isis Yarn's website, to the Picasso, and that is their Rockstar yarn. So this is their Rockstar yarn, 52016, and this one's in the solid white. They have a lot of different colors. Now, I've used this before. I do have a very pretty wrap on my channel. I think it's called my rock and roll wrap or something. It's made out of a red. So the Rockstar is very similar to the Picasso. I would consider it to be pretty close to the same. It's a blown yarn as well. The weight factor is pretty much the same. They're going to classify it as a 4 if I'm right. Yeah. it being blown though into that chain spine formation. When you start to use it, it starts to appear to feel like a real thin 4. So to some people, I've heard them say it was 3. It does have a nice shine to it, as does the Picasso. Fiber content on this one is the Rockstar, 19 merino, 70 polyamide, and 11 acrylic, 115 meters. That's nice. It's really soft. It feels really good. I like that. So I got that in white, and then I also got the Rockstar in black. Now the reason why I got it in black is I don't know why Bagoday has this problem, and if you watch my tutorials, you know what my problem is. Every time I use the Picasso yarn, I always pair it with black. I always do. So I think maybe once I might have paired it with white, but I always pair it with black. So I got the Rockstar, which is the same as the white that I showed you. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the shine on that. Houndstooth. Oh, I can't do it anymore. I got everything houndstooth on my channel. Everything. No more houndstooth for me. Not tutorials, but because I got everything already that you could ever want. But man, that would make something pretty. I already have a blanket though. I already have a cardigan. I already have hats and gloves and scarves and everything. Well, anyways, so I always pair it with black every time. I don't know why. They have the same amount of yardage. It's just the Rockstar is wound tight. It's just wound up tighter. I can tell. That's why the ball looks smaller. They're not. They're the same size. Doesn't it look good with that black for some reason? I don't know why. I always do that. Looks good with the white too, though. I thought about doing a baby blanket. I'm like, well, I can't really border baby. I mean, I could do anything I wanted, you know. But I thought if I bordered a baby blanket in black, not that I wouldn't, but I don't know if I would do it with this rainbow one bordered in black. I actually, now that I'm looking, I don't even know if I do it with the white. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even think I'm gonna make a baby blanket at all. I think what I'm gonna do is take the white out of the situation there, and I'm gonna make it. I already have a stained glass blanket, so I have a lot of blankets made out of this. Not this one, but this paired with a acrylic black, you know, value acrylic black. I'll probably do something on the lines of that again. Some type of, I don't know. Use the white. Ooh, I would make a pretty wedding shawl. I actually was thinking about making one of those because I was thinking about making one of those. I'll tell you why right now. Don't go if you're still here, because I'm going to show you what had a pattern in mind for a wedding shawl. I did, and I'm going to tell you what it's going to consist of. Hopefully you like it, and I might just use this since I have it. So what it was going to consist of. Okay, so my idea was, which I had the yarn set now, right? I was gonna make a rectangle wedding. It wouldn't have to be a wedding show, you know. I was just gonna make it in white, you know, and say, hey, this would be a pretty wedding show. I had a stitch in mind. I was gonna make it a rectangle wrap, kind of long to where it could wrap in front of you. And then I was gonna use this Red Heart soft, but I think this would actually be a lot prettier. And then I was going to put this, I know, don't, you're going to say, don't do it, Bagoday, don't do it. I'm doing it, but you don't have to. I was going to put this lion brown fur on it. This fur is actually tinted with silver, although you can't really see it that well. So I was going to make a white wedding shawl, a rectangle, and I was going to put fur around probably the front of it. And then I was going to add a collar to it, a big collar. It's kind of hard to explain, like this, I guess, in the same stitch. And then I was going to make it where it would clip with up here, like the collar would come down, and then you could add a brooch. And I got these pretty brooches here that I thought I would probably could add one of those on. More likely it would be this one, because although this one is super gorgeous, the yarn, it would clip here, you know. Although this is a super pretty brooch, the yarn, the fur yarn is silver tinted, not gold tinted. Although I don't, you can let me know if you think that would matter. But I would have it where the shawl could clip up here, you know, and you'd have this brooch here to hold your shawl on with your collar. And I also got this pretty one, which is not quite as big. I have lots of pretty ones, but these are my two favorites. But yeah, you know, that you can clip here, you'd be blinging it up outside, you know, and then it would hold your shawl in place with, yeah, I think I'll use this for the main shawl, and then some fur with the silver. Can you see that silver in it? Well, it has silver in it, and probably this brooch, but unless you think the gold one would be okay. It's kind of big though, isn't it? But I do like blinging things, so the bigger the better, if you ask me. So anyways, that's my idea for that. And since I think what I'm going to do is keep those brushes up here. What I'm going to do is, instead of using that red heart, I'm going to use this white Picasso for my shawl. It don't have to be a wedding shawl. It's just going to be a rectangle wrap or whatever with a collar on it. And I'm going to put this silver and white fur on it. You don't have to. Don't use it if you don't want to. You remember, I do me, you do you. Because we're just, that's how we do it. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll use the black and the rainbow, something else together. Okay, enough of that talk about what I'm telling you, my ideas. My ideas. I better get up on that. Alright. Let me move on then. I'm almost done, I think. Okay. Okay, I don't know if I've ever had this, to tell you the truth. This is called Estella. I can't remember if I've ever had it. If I've had it, I don't remember. So, I'll just say that I don't remember. Here's the number, 78551, and this one is called Red and Green. The colors are magnificent for Bagoday. Those are every one of Bagoday's favorite colors wrapped up in one, except for it's missing pink. But that's okay. I don't think pink would mesh well with this color combo. So why don't we look at the Estella. Estella. Ooh, is that ever soft? Does that ever smell like ice yarns? It smells good. I don't know why now. It's soft. So, it's, oh gosh, it's like got the tweed effect or whatever, you know, two colors mixed up and together into one, twined together. Let's read about it. See what it says about the Estella. Estella. It's pretty. It is a 100-gram ball, 155 meters, 100% premium acrylic, bulky 5, they say. Bulky 5, eh? Let's check it out. I don't think they're lying. I give it a bulky 5. It's not the thickest bulky 5, but you know what? It's definitely not the thinnest I've ever seen. Scarfy's got to be one of the thinnest bulky 5s I've ever seen. This is pretty. I like it. It has kind of a little bit resemblance to puzzle yarn, I guess. Maybe. Seems a bit busier, though. I don't know. I can't tell. What do you guys think? It's pretty, though. Premium acrylic. It's very soft. Definitely. Yes, definitely. I would buy all these yarns again that I showed you. Maybe not the colors of some of them, like that green. That reminds me of a Sprite or a 7-Up can. Bringing up repressed memories. That's pretty. I like that. I do. It looks like I got it in another color here. It looks so familiar, like I've had it before, but they also have one called Puzzle Worsted. It looks kind of similar to this. So this is the Estella again. This one's called Rainbow. Huh. I'll have to go back and watch some of my other ice videos to see if I ever had it. I like that. That's pretty. So Rainbow, it's got pretty much all the colors in it, but the main focus on this one is red. Very soft. I like it. It smells good. Definitely scarfable. You know, but it's almost got a shine to it too. The color that runs through that red. It's pretty. Nice bulky 5. Well, average bulky 5. I like that one. I like it. Okay. Okay. That appears to be... No, it doesn't. Oh. Here's another Estella. This one's called Turquoise. Now this reminds me of a puzzle yarn. That puzzle color yarn that I made my Ruana out of. If you guys ever seen it. And I put brown fur on it. And it was pretty. Yeah, this reminds me of that exactly. The colors do anyways. Yeah. It reminds me of a kind of like puzzle yarn. Only I would assume that it'd be a little bit, it's probably a little softer. I don't know. Pretty. Pretty. I like that one a lot. You should check out my Ruana. It's made out of like this exact color, and then it's got fur on it like this. I know. Not the fur. Well, that's what everybody said until I made the Ruana. And then everybody liked the fur then. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people did. So that is it on the Ruana, on the Estella, I do believe. I do believe that is it. Okay. And then I got, this is the puzzle wool worsted that I was talking about. Now I have had this before. I actually had just showed a blanket made out of it, that if you've seen it on my channel, it was probably my last blanket tutorial. I put it on this few days ago, not long ago. It's 79918. I've never had this color, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Puzzle wool worsted. They also have this in a thicker weight as well. This is beautiful. Yeah, that's beautiful. It reminds me of a yarn I got from somebody that lives in the UK. And I liked it a lot. Well, this is identical. It's the same yarn. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, how do we read about it? Look at those greens. That is so pretty. These are my favorite. Some of these are my favorite colors. So it's got orange, pumpkin orange, and avocado green and brown. It's got a little bit of blue in it. You know, I could do without the blue, but I think it works well though, in particular with these colors. It's 35 wool, 65 acrylic, 320 meters. Nice. Medium weight number 4. Here we go. Yeah, that's pretty. Look on my channel from a few days ago. I don't know when you're watching this, so. Anyways, I have a blanket on there. It was made out of this, but the gold one. It's really pretty. I like that. And these come 2 to a pack. Okay. Nice. I like that a lot. I like it a lot. Oh, and I got one more of the puzzle wool worsted. And then I got this other yarn that I don't think I've ever had. And then I'll be going out of your hair. This is the puzzle wool worsted as well. So it's the same yarn I just showed you. It's very pretty. It resembles a lot of yarns. You know, there's a lot of yarns that look like this. Ooh, that's pretty. The main color here is navy, but then it's got all them other colors up in it. That one's beautiful. Oh no, I only bought I bought 4 of them. Gosh, I might have to go buy 4 more and then I can make a pretty blanket. Wouldn't that be a pretty blanket? Yeah, that'd be beautiful. I love that one. Let me give you the number on this one because on these darker ones, it's kind of hard to tell the color. There you go. This is the one I have. 79921. A lot of them look, when you're looking at them on the camera or on your phone or whatever you're looking at them, the colors kind of look similar. You don't really know what you're getting, I guess, when it comes to the darker ones anyways. This one's beautiful. I want to go get some more. I think it took almost 8 for my last blanket, so that's probably what it would take. Put a border on it too. Gosh, that would be pretty. I know it's a little busy. You know, I'm not a fan of busy yarns, but this one is doable for me. It's got a busyness that is workable and doable for me. Love that. Love that. That's beautiful. Yeah, I'll have to get, if I decide, I don't know if I'll do a blanket out of it or not, but if I decide to, I would have to get 4 more. I only know that because I made a blanket out of this in gold, and it took almost 8 bolts. All right. Okay, I have one more, I think, just one more to show you, and I don't think I've ever had this. Like I said, if I have, I don't remember. I honestly don't think I've ever had it before in my life. It's called Mosaic. I don't ever remember having that one. There's a number. 48329. Is that a 9? Yeah, I read it backwards. I don't know. Hey, it's matching my fireplace. It's burning down in the inferno. It looks like it's like cut into my wall. Like there's just, I don't know. It just reminds me of like a Super Mario Brothers cartoon. Or a game from the olden days. Well, let's look at this. Kind of looks similar to the yarns that I've already gotten today, but appears to be more solid, you know? It may not be, though. A big boy, aren't you? Okay, these come 2 to a pack. Feels good. Soft. It's nice. I mean, it's fine. Let's see what the fiber content is of it. Huh. Let's look at it. Okay, so again, this is very similar. Like if you've used puzzle, it's kind of similar, but the same colors, you know, or different colors, you know. See the way it's a little bit. I said it was a bit more solid, but you can see if you look, it's got like some different colors of reds in it. How about that? That's pretty. This is like a brick red. I love good red. I do. It's not quite as orange as just showing up on there. But it is a bricky red, you know. It's not like a red. But I like brick red. Brick red's one of my favorite reds. Brick red. Blood red. I'm just trying to see what other colors are inside. It's pretty much just colors of red, I think. Okay, let's read it. Mosaic. Medium weight number 4. 300 meters, 100% acrylic. So we got about 330 yards, medium weight number 4. So that's a very nice thick 4-weight. Oh, I think that's a nice 4-weight. It's like what Scarfy classifies as a bulky 5. Just joking. I love Scarfy yarn. I do. I'm making some out of it right now. Out of this blue. That's why it's up here. I like this. I would definitely buy this again too. So, Mosaic, huh? So, like I said, it's kind of like those other ones, but it's not as busy. Let's look at the other ones we got. So I got it in this red. And then I got it in, well, here's the color because they all just say Mosaic. They don't have like a color on them. 46634. This one's more leaning towards browns. My favorite. Ooh, that's pretty. So yeah, it's just different colors of browns in there. That is pretty. Look at that. Oh, it's got all the browns you could ever think of. I gotta make something out of this. How many? I got 300. How many balls of this? I got 40. So I could make a poncho out of it, but I'm not going to. I don't know what I'll make out of that, but if I wanted to make a cardigan or something, I would have to get more, because that amount of yardage isn't gonna do it. Isn't that pretty? The more you dig, the more you see. So these are kind of like the ones I showed before, like the puzzle worsted and whatever, that Estella thing. But it's like one solid color, but just different colors of that color. I like that brown one. That's pretty. I like the red one too. That one's really pretty. I love brown. It's my favorite. And I love red. It falls into one of my favorites. And then this one's pretty. Maybe this is the number right here, M23, because they all have a different M number. Anyways, this one's purples. I like purple. I like it when it's almost black. So this has just got all different colors of purple in it. Really dark ones up to the light that you see, light colors of purple that you see. It's really pretty. I'm not sure why I chose this one. Maybe it looked darker in the picture, because like I said, I love purple, but it's not a color I gravitate towards. Maybe I like it when it looks really dark, darker than that even. But it's still pretty. It's just a bunch of different colors of purple all mixed up in there, from light to dark. Very, very pretty. I love that. I love it. Jeez, Crystal, what's going on with you? That's the same one again. I would consider this one to be like mauve colors. Like this one's M21. Like I think this I would consider more. I mean, it's got some purple. This one's got like purples in it, but it's like more of a Victorian color, I think. Don't you guys think? Now that's got some like mauve and rose colors in it, and you know it's, yeah, mauve and rose. It's got a bit of darker pinky. It's purple, but I think I like this one because it reminded me of the Victorian era. Now if it didn't have that splash of purple in it, it would be 100 times better. I'm not sure why they threw that in there, to tell you the truth. If they would have left that out, it's almost, I mean, it's pretty. It's almost like they ruined it though, throwing that purple in there. I thought I was getting like some rose, different colors of dark roses and some hints of brown. But I'm getting some rose and hints of brown, but purple. I mean, I still like it, but not as much as I liked it in the, I don't know. It's so pretty. I just think it would have been more pretty without that purple. A little bit of light color in there. It's so pretty though. It's definitely not as purple as this one. This one is, like I said, more of a dusty rose color and brown. It's just, that kind of just janktified it for me. It's janktified! No, I'm just joking. It's still pretty. It's so pretty. These seem like all the same yarns, but like different, you know? The same. It's like they changed without changing at all. You know what I mean? I don't know if you get that analogy, but it does really mean that. They changed, but you notice a change, and what you notice is they didn't really change at all. So this is just like the puzzle worsted that I showed you. Pretty much. It's very similar. Yeah. So it's identical to that pretty much, other than it's thicker. Is it a thicker weight? I don't even know. Different content of this acrylic. The puzzle wool has a oh, that's not even it. That's the Estella. I mean, all right, never mind. Estella. I think it has wool in it. Well, regardless, they're pretty dang much the same yarn. Just, that's like I said. That's when I say that. It's pretty. It is. It's pretty. I have so much of this now because I have it now in this Mosaic flavor, and then I have it in the Estella flavor, and I have it in the ice puzzle worsted flavor, which is the exact same color, and then I also have it in regular puzzle yarn flavor, and they all look the same. Maybe different fiber contents a bit, maybe different weights, vary a little bit by little, but color wise, like I said, that's the change that you notice, is that they really didn't change. They didn't really change at all. I like it though, because I like the other ones. This is, when it comes to puzzle yarn, this one is probably one of my favorite colors, the anagram. And I like the red one a lot. Okay. And then, yeah. And then I got one more color here to show you. That's strange. That's extremely strange. How they're just so the same yet different. Kind of. This is still the Mosaic. It's M25. Now this one's just pretty neutrals. Ooh, it's pretty. I like that. It's very soft. I gotta give it that. It's nice. They've all been soft today. So this is just, you got your neutral grays and a little bit of black mixed up in there. Or just charcoal, I guess. Not really dark black, but like a charcoal. And a bunch of different colors of grays. I like this one. This is nice. It reminds me of so many yarns. And I love that though. It's very pretty. All right. So, do I have a fave? I don't know. I like them all. And of the brands, I would buy them all again because, like I said, they're all extremely, well, of the last ones I've been showing you, as far as the puzzle wool worsted and Estella and the Mosaic, and they're all pretty similar, like, you know, similar yet different, I guess, kind of. I can't explain it. I really like this red one a lot, the brown one a lot, and then that neutral one is very pretty. I'm not too keen on the purples myself. They're pretty, but I just wish that mauve one that I thought was going to be more like Victorian and like mauve and brown wasn't ruined by that purple streak through it. It just, I don't know, it threw it off. Oh well, it's still pretty. And then, yeah, everything else is cool. I like everything. This, although it's busy, I think it's going to make something cool because I love all those colors together. I don't have, and the puzzle worsted, like I said, I already have had it, made a blanket out of it. It's on my channel. It is a very, very pretty yarn. And I think I'm going to get, like I said, I think I'm going to get more of this particular color and maybe make a blanket out of that. Look at that, just lighting up all different colors in the light. That's pretty stuff. And the Picasso, used it millions and millions of times. Love it. Can't get enough of that. And the Rockstar, used it, liked it. Can't get enough of that. And then I told you my plans for that white Rockstar. What's my plans for the other stuff? Heck, I don't know. But let me count on my balls, tell you how much it costs, and I'll tell you how much it costs per ball. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I did good this time. Taking all into consideration that some of these balls are pretty whomping big, you know. Some of them, you know, most of them, or a lot of them have over 300 yards in them. Bulky 5, some of them, you know. You know, and then I did get the Rockstar and the Ice, which has, you know, the Rockstar and the Picasso, I mean, which has about, I don't know, 135 yards in them each. But anyways, taking all that in account, all the yarn I got, I took, because the shipping's outrageous, like I said, it's always like $100, $200 to ship it. That's just, it is what it is. Well, if you buy, the more you buy, the lesser you can get it per ball. I've learned that with ice. But anyways, I took what I paid per ball, added the shipping, and got a total from it. Yeah. I'm not going to tell you that because I don't tell people what I spend on yarn. Rarely. But I divided it by how many balls that I got. I'm not going to tell you that either because it's private information that Bagoday keeps to herself. But anyways, I got it down to $1.76 per ball is what I paid for the yarn. Now, granted, I showed you the yarn I got, but I did get multiple packs of all of them, you know, so I can make a bigger project if I want. Some of them, like this, I said I didn't get enough to make a blanket, but I still did get 4 balls of it. And some of them, I got a lot more than 4 balls. So, you know, to make a bigger project. So, taking all that into account, what was it? What I say? $1.76, $1.77 a ball is what I paid. And you know what? Even for the Picasso, that is a good deal. Because if you go to a reseller of the ice yarns Picasso, because this is probably one of their #1 sellers, the rainbow one, and if you go to like Amazon, that it's $7.99 a ball. 1 ball. I'm looking at it right now. That's a reseller. They're buying. Nothing against reselling, you know. I don't have anything against it. I don't. But I just, and that's good if you don't want to buy a whole bunch of yarn. But to tell you the truth, I don't know. 1 ball for $7.99. If you go to Ice, you can get 8 balls with shipping for $14.95. So, I mean, why would you pay $8 for one when you can get 8 for $14.95? I mean, that is in the United States. That's what it cost. 1 pack of 8 balls of these to get to my door. The price of the yarn plus the shipping. It's $14.95. And they're charging, this person's charging $7.99 for 1 ball. That's hardcore. I mean, if you ask me, that's a bit of an overcharge on that. I mean, if I was a reseller, I think I wouldn't charge that much. That's like a hardcore overfee. Considering if they buy these in bulk, like if they like 100 packages of these, they're probably only paying $1 a ball. For real. Probably less than that. They probably get a wholesaler price too. I know that Ice has wholesaler prices to where you get it even cheaper. But anyways, enough of that. I got a good deal this time. I haven't got that low in a while. That's nice. I'm happy with that one. And I'm happy with all the yarn I got. I don't, except for that 7-Up yarn. I can't do it because, like I said, this is a bad childhood memories. Other than that, I'm really happy. I'm super stoked. I always like to buy from Ice. I like to see how low I can get it. But when I like to look at the yarn, almost, I can't say it's all nice because it's not. No yarn company has 100% record on all their yarn being nice, in my opinion. I went through tons and tons of yarn companies, and I can name bad yarns that well, not bad, but yarns that I don't like at every yarn company. But I like all this that I got, and get it for $1 or whatever I said, 76, 77, 78, I can't remember, one of those three. That's super cool. That's the cheapest I think I've ever gotten the Picasso down to. And I bought this a gazillion times. I think that's the cheapest I've ever got it per ball. I have got it down. My ice yarn order's down, I think, to maybe $1.20 a ball. But I don't think it didn't have Picasso in it. But that might have been the cheapest. This could have been the second or third cheapest. I'm excited. That's pretty good. Pretty good. That was pretty good. I liked it. I'm happy when it's around $3 a ball, you know, and I get it for like $3 a ball, because I paid $3 a ball for this stuff all day. I'd even pay it for this. I wouldn't have to, because I go to icing, you know, and get 8 of them for $14.95, and you know that's less than $2 a ball. But I'm just saying, I still would if I wanted it bad enough. I would. I can't say that I haven't bought it off a reseller before, because I have. Whenever ice yarns didn't have it and I was using it for a project and I needed it, I did. I didn't pay that much a ball for it, but I did pay $4 for it one time off an Etsy reseller because I needed it so bad. $4.99 or something. I needed it so bad to finish my project. I think I bought like 3 balls off of them. It sucked, you know, I didn't want to do that, but I just didn't have it for the longest time they were out. I waited and waited, and I could have finished without it. So, but other than that, I'm going to go because I'll talk your ear off if I just sat here. But that was so much fun. And it makes me want to go buy it again and see if I can get it even lower. I'm tapped out on funds, though, until February. Hey, but that's coming up soon. I still have some more yarn to show you whenever it gets here. The snow is taking a damper on my deliveries. They're kind of just stuck in the facilities that they're at right now. A lot of mine are up north. I live in Illinois, south central Illinois, and we're just getting a lot of cold. We're in dustings of snow. Up north, they're getting hit hardcore, you know. And right now, at the moment, at the making of the video. And so a lot of my stuff is kind of stuck in lingo up there because it always goes there before it comes down here. So, and I can understand, I don't want them, you know, having accidents. So I just kind of been waiting around, you know. Hopefully everybody's safe up there. And anybody else that's from anywhere that's caught in any of these horrible storms, hopefully that you're safe. We're just getting the -30 wind chills here. And I'm thinking, if I'm getting -30 wind chills, I want some dang snow with that. But I ain't getting nothing. I love snow. Like, oh, you can turn me off if you want. I'm good with like 15, 20 inches of snow. I love that. I'll go right out there and play in it. I'm playing it all day long. I'm never too old to play in the snow. It does hurt my fingers to get them cold, but I don't care. You know, I wear gloves, it still hurts. But it's worth it to sit there and just fall in the snow and play in the snow. It's my favorite thing. Hope we get some in February. Who knows, though. I'll be a little disappointed if we don't at least get 6 inches that I can play in. When I was a kid, we always had feet of snow. What happened? It's like every year we get less and less here. I'm about to move up north so I can get some snow. I'll see you guys on my next video. Okay. You guys stay safe wherever you are, okay? Stay safe.